Picking frontline police officers who, ladies and gentlemen, you know I think the world of. Any assertions otherwise in my email, I'm disregarding immediately because you've never listened to my show. You're impugning my character. I'm not going to accept it. I have stuck my neck out for these men and women because I was one of them. I believe in them. I know who they are. They're not always perfect. They make mistakes. When they make mistakes, we all should correct them and we should all speak out in the name of liberty and justice. I believe in oversight like everyone else. But some of the finest people I ever worked with in my entire life were the federal agents and cops I was on the front lines with. I will not accept, I will delete the email. Email all you want. If you're going to sit there and tell me I'm attacking the cops, it goes right in the, I won't even read past the first line because you clearly have no idea what's in my head. Asking police officers to do things like locking up people on playgrounds, citing people for not wearing masks, is putting the cops in a really, really bad spot. And it's time for these union representatives to speak up and say, our members aren't doing it. We swore an oath to the Constitution. You're going to have to sue us. Now, I was responding to this video, which I tweeted out, and I said, what the hell is this? I'm sorry, but this was bad judgment. I got a bunch of emails from people saying, the officer was just doing his job. I'm going to get to that after a minute, but I'm going to have to talk through this a little bit for our audio audience. But this is some video audio. A police officer confronts a woman on a playground with her kids and winds up arresting the woman for trespassing on a playground because of these quarantine stay-at-home orders. I've already heard it. They're saying, the lady, it was a publicity stunt. That's not an excuse. If it was a publicity stunt, then you played into it. Law enforcement by arresting her. That's not an excuse. Why would you arrest her? It's a publicity stunt. I'm going to play into it? That makes no sense. I'm sorry. Maybe it was. I don't know the woman. It doesn't matter. Nothing changes the fact that this is really bad decision making. Check this out.
Because you guys aren't listening. I just told you exit the playground area.
But we're not trespassing. Are you going to now incite everyone without social distancing over here?
Ma'am.
Are you going to
Ma'am. You have 5 seconds. 3.
Arrest me for being a report. Do it. Report it.
Okay, this is not... Officer, you don't want to do that. Officer, you don't...
You're being detained right now.
Am I being arrested or detained? Am I arrested or detained? Someone call Idaho Freedom Foundation right now and get them on the phone.
Call now. I'm recording. Someone else call. Okay, can you call? Her kids are here.
Come on, guys. Come on, man. Come on. And for the guy who tweeted me this morning, Billy, never met you before, but tweeted back to me, and I saw it. I don't see all of them. He said, come on, Dan, they were just doing their jobs. No, I'm sorry. You have totally missed the point. Number one, I'm not going to be lectured by anybody. As Joe well knows, and so does my wife in the background, I had a nice job in law enforcement, paid me 6 figures with overtime. I was a Secret Service agent, a New York City police officer in the 7-5, and I loved him. And I walked away from that job and nearly went bankrupt, had a hard time finding money to pay for my daughter's dental appointment after she had a cavity, nearly missed a couple mortgage payments and almost lost my house when I left my job because I believed in something bigger. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, believe me, this is not a self-praise moment. I'm suggesting to you, don't dare lecture me on, what do you want them to do? Stand up for the right thing? I've been there. I don't speak with forked tongue. I did it. And I'm not kidding when I tell you we've nearly lost everything doing it. I don't have a pension anymore from the federal government. So please spare me the lectures on what do you want them to do? The right thing. The right thing. And why? Well, obviously, because it's the right thing to do is not to arrest a woman on a playground in front of her kids. But secondly, think this through. The whole it was a publicity stunt by the woman thing is dumb. If it was or wasn't is irrelevant because you played right into it. Because, Joe, it wouldn't have been public and viral if you didn't arrest her. You were the publicity stunt. Think this through. I applaud the Houston PD and others taking a stand, but I'm asking you, those men and women on the front line who believe me, whether you care about my opinion or not, I think the world of. My heart and soul is with you. I have done everything with my public voice you have been gracious enough to give me, and I thank the Lord for every day to defend you when everyone else was crapping on you. And I will continue to do that. But this is just stupid. You are losing people. Consent of the governed matters, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a joke. And when you lose the consent of the governed and the public support for police, this will get really bad. The front line, the bulwark, the front line against the assault on police officers, to all of the cops listening, and you know this, and I've been getting tons of positive email from you. I'm not talking about everyone. About 80% positive, but to be fair, about 20% saying they're just doing their jobs. Trust me, the front line, everything stopping, the social media blue checkmark horde from coming for the cops and having you all locked up for doing your job, believe me, are the conservatives and liberty lovers out there who understand you are the thin crust protecting the volcano from erupting. We get that. When you lose them because of stuff like this, it's over. And if you don't see that, you really need to reconsider what you're doing. I'm telling you, you are losing people en masse. People who are diehard defenders of everything I used to do and you do now. I'm begging you, unions and everyone else, to please, humbly, with the greatest of respect for your job and your bravery and everything you do for very little money, to please take a stand against this now, or it's going to be a far different policing environment when this is over.